Look, very quick video here. Thoughts on that Southampton performance. Not the best. The lineup, not as good as probably what you want it to be, but all things considered, it was a must-win game. We just needed to win at all cost, and we did. 3-2 at the end there. 2 penalties in this game. Salah scoring the winning penalty, shirt off, yellow card for the celebration. Man's got more yellow cards for taking his shirt off for celebrating goals than some teams have goals themselves, or some players have GNO in the last few seasons. But anyways, we'll move from there. Yeah, not great overall. Starting with players, arguably you probably wouldn't start per se in a must-win game. But if we just go over here to FootMob right now, you can see who we started with. I zoomed out. Here we go. So obviously Kelleher in goal because of Alisson's injury. He is back, but not back yet. Trent was out, so we had Bradley starting at right back. We had Kanate and Van Dijk, who some would argue for the first time looked a little bit shaky. Robertson was there at left back as well. Then we had Gravenberch and Jones in the midfield after Jones' good performance for England and the last few weeks. Grav had himself another good game, getting himself an assist there. Salah, obviously, man of the match, 2 goals. That first goal he scored, just that touch, just like beautiful touch. And it was onside. Szoboszlai playing that number 8 role, if that's what you want to call it, or the number 10 perhaps, getting himself a goal as well, had a solid game. Gakpo starting off on that left side, and Nunez up front. Obviously, Jota's still not back yet. We had Diaz coming off the bench, and McAllister having played for their respective countries in the South American qualifying, and Endo coming on, obviously, just to wrap things up. Towards the end of the game, like, you know what, the game's pretty much done and dusted. Let's just make the change here. And then the bench, Elliott on the bench, which is nice to see. Gomez there, Kwanzaa, Yarosh, another goalkeeper in Davies, but Trent out, Alisson back in a couple of days, hopefully Jota as well, and Chiesa, who knows what's happening there. So yeah, not the best. And a lot of people saying Ramsdale is going to absolutely gift them goals, that being Liverpool, but out with a broken finger. So we had McCarthy in goal. And look, the game itself wasn't great from us, but as I said, win at all costs. Just win the game. Just 3 points. I don't give a fuck how it happens. Win the game. So many times we've gone on opposition, rivals, drop points, and we piss away opportunities to gain some distance as well. Now, it is only 8 points. It's not all done and dusted yet, but it's why I say my thumbnail, why I say nearly. I'm nearly at the point where I can say we are favourites for this league and we are going for it. Keep this trajectory going. Keep the pressure on. Keep their foot on their necks, as people say, when it comes to keeping them in place. City do not look like they're doing bits at the moment. As it stands, Chelsea are more likely rivals to Arsenal at this point for that 3rd, 4th place. Obviously, we're leading the pack. Now, things could change. Plenty more games to play. A lot of shit can happen yet. But if you look here, why does this keep zooming out? Stay zoomed in, bloody hell. The next 3 games, Man City at home, Newcastle away, Everton away. Man City at home at the moment looks like a no-brainer to say Liverpool win. Now, even then, more often than not, Liverpool do win against Man City at home, and then they still go on to win the league. But as it stands, City look like a shadow of their former selves. They look like the Man City of the late 2000s, not the Man City of the late 2010s, shall we say. But everything could change yet. At home against Man City, I bank us to win. Players will be back, rested. Everyone should be back up to scratch. No problems at all. Now, in between all that, I do believe there is, I think we have a Champions League match. I think Real Madrid are coming to town, or is that the week after? I'm not sure when that would be. Let me just double check that real quickly, because I know we've got wedges in between there. So yeah, we've got Madrid first, then we've got Man City, then Newcastle, and then Everton. So the Madrid game midweek, I don't know, would you start the same team that started this game, or would you play your first teamers, try and get early leads, and then rest them up? I don't know. We'll talk about that later on in the week, I suppose. But if I'm looking ahead now, we're pretty comfortable at the top of the Champions League table. I'd be looking at this Man City game, win there, gain more distance on the others chasing you, and then see what happens away to Newcastle. That's not going to be easy. And Everton, as shit as they may be, it's a local derby, Merseyside derby. And anything can happen there. We've seen last year, we went there with the intention to win the games. We lost, was it 1-0 or 2-0, whatever it was. So yeah, anything can happen there. Sean Dyche will have his team set up. So fingers crossed we get something there. But yeah, Newcastle away, not going to be easy. Man City at the moment now. So yeah, home, away, away. These 3 games at the moment is what's going to have me say we're going for this, or yeah, we're not at the races yet. Again, I said we will finish 3rd because of what I expected from this squad with what we had available, because we didn't really sign anybody. Kayser's played 50 minutes at best this whole season. So if we're top of the league, we go in January, we buy a couple more players, I will believe more than you believe. I will start believing more and more. So at the moment, though, it's not done and dusted. 8 points, not enough. You gain a win, you get another win, you get 6, 7 points out of 9 in these 2 games. Let's say you beat City at home, you draw at Newcastle, and you beat Everton away. That's not a bad result. 7 points out of potential 9, fairs. Gain a bit more distance on top. If we get 12 points, if we start gaining, then I'm thinking, okay, this is now all on Liverpool. If Liverpool do not take it from here, then they've absolutely shat the bed and they should be laughed at, mocked mercilessly. But again, nobody expected Liverpool to be in this position. Nobody expected Slot to do so well so early on in his stance. However, as things stand, we are at the top of the mountain and it's all on us if we slide down, drop, and do all the other bits and pieces. So as it stands, not bad. Shit performance overall, but the points matter. 3 points, that's all we needed. That's what we got from this game. The penalty that they got, contact outside the box, but it continued inside the box. I'm like, I don't know about that. It was saved, and then the follow-up was scored again off Kelleher. And don't forget, Salah obviously scoring the winning penalty, but also hit the inside of the post, shortly after that as well. So it could have been more. But in any case, it is what it is. 3 points, that's what matters. And I'm gonna leave it there. A live stream most likely happening tonight at some point. If not tonight, then tomorrow. But we will talk. We'll talk about Man City's coping. We'll talk about United. The realization, the reality check that Amorim is actually not going to fix everything first time round. And maybe even Chelsea, maybe Arsenal's rival for that 3rd or 4th place if Liverpool keep on this trajectory where we don't look like we're losing and we just keep winning games, or again, at least, yeah, keeping the top spot. Anyways, enough of me waffling. You have yourselves a good day. I'll catch you. See yous.